Horsler finishing it for Chicago. The Bulls have an 84-61 lead.
Well, you may be wondering why the Miami Heat don't run more.
Look out. Crotty did not like the hard foul by Rodman and threw the ball at Rodman. It is a flagrant being indicated by Dick Pavetta. Now Jack Neese with the call. Rodman was already hit with a technical.
Flagrant foul called on the Bulls. Dennis Rodman.
You know, Phil Jackson really has to be wondering right now. He has Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen on the bench. Dennis Rodman, always a time bomb emotionally, always capable of getting into these kinds of plays as John Crotty drives to the basket. And the hard foul, just a body block into John Crotty. We saw Dan Marley do this before, and Crotty just heaving the ball. Now, this is where an incident can happen like we had with New York a while back, but it was very interesting to see the rest of the Chicago bench glued to their chairs. They were going to let John Crotty and Rodman figure it out for themselves.
So the technical foul on Crotty for throwing the ball at Rodman. Kerr was able to convert the flagrant on Rodman. Will put Crotty at the line, and Rodman is headed to the bench. Yes, a wise move by Phil Jackson in getting him off the floor. Rodman tried to come over to make amends with Crotty, and Crotty said, "Get away from me." In other words, his feeling is, I don't want to get involved with something and then you say I'm sorry.
You know, hard fouls are part of basketball, part of playoff basketball. You don't want to give layups, but everybody in the NBA, officials included, realizes what is a hard foul and what is excessive.
It's all there's another hard hit. Brian Williams called for the foul on Alonzo Mourning. It's the extracurricular stuff, the late hits, that are causing all the problems. That's the case in the Knick Miami series, and now here today. That's a flagrant foul called on Brian Williams. Rodman earlier was involved with Dan Marley double technical, so Dennis Rodman now has been hit with 14 technical fouls in 11 playoff games.
Well, I'd like to tell you there is an art to committing a hard foul. It's very difficult with, you have athletic players, very strong players exploding off the floor, going to the basket, and you're trying to prevent that player from getting their arms up in the air and making the layup. Well, you're also in some jeopardy as far as getting hurt, so you try to protect yourself. Nice dish by John Crotty, and Brian Williams was never getting high enough in the air to challenge that shot, but just trying to make sure that Alonzo Mourning did not get a three-point play opportunity.
And art in committing a hard foul. Matt, you sound like you speak from practical experience.
I remember one time, many